Alright, so there actually is a way to eat out healthy, but what the average American diet looks something like this.
I'll have 2 number 9s, a number 9 large,
a number 6 with extra.
And mine looks like this. You can see that Hope probably gets a little bit glim trying to eat out healthy. What you order at the fast food restaurants to actually eat healthy will depend on your goal. So I'm aiming on to lost around 75 pounds through various methods, and I know what works and what doesn't work. I've eaten out throughout that time, so I'm basically here to help you accelerate your growth. Now here's how to order healthy while eating at McDonald's, Wendy's, KFC, Osmos, all the places, right? You know, even Clucking Bell.
I'll have 2 number 9.
So imagine this, or maybe this has already happened to you a lot of times, which is why you're watching this video. Alright, so you're out with your friends, you're having fun, you're cracking jokes, and you're driving to your nearest Burger King to get your foot lettuce.
Burger King foot lettuce.
You're all mugging and mewing and your friends order. So you order as well, and then you're wondering why you ordered all that food that went directly against your fitness goals. This was a pretty daily occurrence for me throughout basically this whole school year. I tried fasting throughout the day, but my mind was just making up excuses to stop fasting, so I couldn't actually keep that up. You know, I tried ordering other things like that, but nothing really actually got me out of eating junk food. Now here's the thing, you want to have abs, right? You want to feel amazing after you eat food. You want to feel horrible. You don't want to have that carb crash and feel like you have to lie down for 2 hours before you can actually, do anything. Well, I found out there's basically a meal at every fast food place that's gonna fill you up, but that's not horrible for you. There's no seed oil, nothing like that. It's gonna be low calories, it's gonna be high protein, and they don't use seed oils or vegetables, and it's basically just meat. No, not that kind of meat, so. There's people who preach carnivore diets, like the Liver King, Paul Saladino, Anthony Chaffee, Sean Baker as well. I mean, all of them are lean, all of them have abs. Obviously Liver King, he's enhanced, he uses steroids, but everyone else, they're completely natural, right? And it's just a kind of a natural way of eating. Like as soon as I kicked onto this diet, I lost basically 5 pounds in one day, and now my natural weight, I found out, is 155 pounds. Before, if I eat like carbs or like vegetables, rice, things like that, it ends up being around 160, 165 pounds. So I've already lost a lot of weight. So meat is naturally what our ancestors ate, and you combine that with eating fruit, eating good vegetables, things like that. It's gonna be kind of the best of both worlds. You have meat, red meat, white meat, whatever. It all has amazing nutrients. It fills you up. It tastes good. Protein as well. It's low calories. It has good fats as well. You would have to get that from maybe peanuts or almonds or olive oil, things like that if you're like keto and you're vegetarian. But then combine that with food, you have a good carb source that's gonna digest fast enough to actually make it worthwhile to be eating, and it also won't give you a carb crash. Have you noticed anyone who ate a banana who's had less energy after eating it, right? But if you are watching this video, then you probably have eaten rice and you realize that you feel like you have less energy after eating, which is obviously the opposite of what you want. It's just very simple. If it comes from an animal, you can eat it. If it's a fruit, then you can eat it. There's only 2 rules for that diet. Okay, so let's say you understand the benefits, right? So it's just so simple. If it's fruit, you can order it from a fast food restaurant. Most likely they're not gonna have fruit because why would they? But if it's meat, you can have that. So every fast food place is gonna have meat. It's gonna be pretty high-ish quality. Most times they use grain to actually feed the cow or the lamb or the chicken or whatever. So obviously that's not very good, but that's the highest quality that you're gonna get. And other than that, then you're probably gonna have to go cook your own meat and find your own sources like I do. That's not really feasible to do when you're on a road trip or something, when you're out of the country, out of the town, or when you're with your friends and you just want to eat something, right? So my friends, even just today, they just ordered chicken nuggets, burgers, I don't even know what they ordered. I don't even care because I'm not gonna eat that, right? But what I would have ordered is just a stack of meat from McDonald's, right? And so these doctors on YouTube, right? They're doctors. They know how to read the studies. They know how to actually take a look at the studies, how to think critically. On top of that, they're the ones who are preaching this diet. So if they've looked at all the pros and cons, then that's what they would have done, right? Paul Saladino, at least from his story, he was a raw vegan. So from his story, he just ate regular food. After that, he became a raw vegan. So that really didn't work out for him. And then he became a full carnivore, and that gave him so much muscle cramps, and it didn't really work for him as well. Then he's on his diet now, which is animal based, so meat plus fruits. That's what works for him. He's found the studies that back that up, and that's what's probably gonna work for a majority of people. Now you just pull up to your local fast food store and then you ask them this: hey, do you sell patties on the side? Then most of them will say yes. Then you just ask the price, figure out how much it's gonna be per patty. McDonald's has a really good deal if you use the app, but for some reason the app doesn't work for me. You can basically order a double cheeseburger, and there's a deal where every day you can order a double cheeseburger and get another double cheeseburger for free. So then you can just order that on the app, up, and then when you actually get it, you can just customize the order, max out the patties, delete the buns, delete the pickles, whatever that is, right? The sauce, delete all of that. So you're basically just gonna be left with the cheese and the meat. If you trust the quality of the cheese from like McDonald's, you can do that. I don't even really like the cheese that they use. So I just order the meat, and it's actually pretty good. You get like 8 patties if you max out all the patties for like $10, so it's not that bad. Or so you just walk up to them in person and you go up to the counter, you ask them specifically for the patties only. The big patties, I think it's called the quarter pounder patties, and those ones are actually pretty good. You can get around 3 of them for $10 Canadian. So for $10 Canadian, you could either spend all of that on a really horrible combo for a burger that's going to make you feel horrible after, that's going to reduce your health, or you just buy the meat. They don't use heroes in it. They just let the grease of the meat oil itself. So it's literally just beef. And you order that, order a couple of patties of that, and you're basically chilling. That's pretty low calorie, high protein, and on top of that you get the decent, like the good fat from the from the meat. And you're definitely not going to get grass-fed, grass-finished meat from any of these fast food places. If they do, then I'm just going to like basically order religiously from them at that point. But it's still like the most decent option you're going to get. So like if you go up to McDonald's, you order that patty. Wendy's, you order the patties. Wendy's is a lot more expensive though, but yeah, it's alright. At Osmow's, you just order, it's called Just Chicken. You ask them for Just Chicken, or if they don't understand, just say chicken on the rocks, but no rice and just double chicken. So basically, they'll probably understand that you just only want chicken. And the sauce, they probably use heroes on that, but that's probably the best that you're gonna get. At other places like Subway, A&W, you can probably ask them for just a chicken breast or like just patties. It should work. But once you actually understand that meat and fruits is probably the only way to go, then you'll actually like realize that this is the best option. So yeah, with Osmow's you get around 500 grams of chicken for $14, so it's not too bad. So if you like this video and you're still on the fence of thinking if like you should go into like a carnivore diet or like this animal-based diet, then I was on that fence as well. I made a video, just like a quick summary on basically the animal-based diet, how it helped me and how you could probably like benefit a lot from it as well. So it'll be the link in the description and somewhere on screen as well. So I'll see you in that video, watch that, and remember, this is what hard feels like.